What's going on, fight fans? The great Roy Jones Jr. ended his career last night against Scott Sigmon in Pensacola, Florida. It was, according to Roy, his the last fight of his career. If you happen to catch the fight, um, actually, I'm gonna start with the weigh-in. Roy looked pretty good at the weigh-in for a 49-year-old man. And then when I saw, excuse me, when I saw the fight, I noticed something with Roy that I noticed with Bernard Hopkins around the time that he fought John Pascal those two times. As great a shape as Roy is in, you kind of start to see that old man, extra skin, around the waistline. I never seen Roy carry, that type of extra, padding on him. He looked just a tad bit soft on the side, even though at the weigh-in he still looked as solid not as he did, I would say in his 20s and early to mid 30s, but he actually kind of looked like an old man a little bit, appearance wise. But when the fight got going, Roy actually looked pretty good. Not elite, not good enough to even beat anybody close to being elite, but good enough to beat a guy like Scott Sigmon. Roy still has good hand speed, not as great as it was because he had probably the fastest hands in the business at 160 or and above. Uh, he still had a good movement up top because most of the fight was fought against the ropes, and Roy still, ducked and slipped a lot of shots and was still able to get enough space to hit Scott Sigmon with those short shots, mostly left uppercuts and left hooks, and also some nice right to the body that Roy threw. Now, for Scott Sigmon, I think there was a mistake that he might have made. In Roy's heyday, where you didn't want Roy was in the center of the ring, where he could use his legs, his athleticism to get in and out, hit you and make you miss. I think that Scott Sigmon made a mistake by trying to bully Roy against the ropes. I think he may have actually had more success if he would have got Roy to come into the middle of the ring, where he, being younger than Roy, could have maybe took advantage of Roy slowing down. Now, I could have been mistaken. Roy could have got in the middle of the ring, and his 49-year-old legs may have carried him those 10 rounds. But I would have took that chance of getting him in the middle of the ring. I would have banked on the fact that his 49-year-old legs were not going to carry the day, and I would have taken my chances there of trying to lay shots on him. Kind of how Roy got knocked out with I don't know why Enzo Macronelli. I mean, I know Macronelli caught him against the ropes with that hard right hand, but he was catching Roy in the middle of the ring where I don't think Roy had good foot movement. But it is what it is, and I mean, honestly, even at 49, expected Scott Sigmon to win that fight? I'm not going to give my final thoughts on Roy just yet because even though Roy is retired, he no longer will fight a professional boxer. He did call out Anderson Silva, a fight that Roy's been wanting for, I think, about 7 years since Silva called him out. And I'm going to be honest, I hope Roy gets it. The reason why Roy wants it is, in my opinion, is because I think that would be a decent payday for Roy. I could see Roy making a seven-figure payday against Anderson Silva. There will be the UFC fans who are still dying and licking their chops, hoping that one of their guys could beat a boxer in the square ring. Even though that's not going to happen, I still think that would be an easy, even at 49, 49 and a half, I still think that would be an easy fight for Roy. So I'm going to say my final thoughts on Roy's career and until I know that Anderson Silva fight isn't happening. But it's been a great career. Honestly, Roy should have hung it up a long time ago. I love Roy, and I wish he didn't get to 9 losses, but it is what it is. All right, fight fans. Hope you caught the fight. If not, you should check it out. It was fairly entertaining. All right, catch y'all later.